What's up, Planeswalkers? Theoric 6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Today, we're going to be playing some Abzan Spores. I was thinking about modifying the deck by adding some Anointer Priests, but that would have been too dilute. Go against Subway Toddy. That name feels gross. I don't know why. And then I was remembering that I could just make like an Abzan token deck, but I don't know if I want to. This is a fine hand. It's not great. It's fine. We have a 2 and a 3. A little bit more lands than I want, but maybe she'll be fine. Let me know if you guys would like to see a at least a green-white token stack. I'm not sure if I can add black efficiently, because I do have like some prides. I have some. I mean, the only thing I'm really missing is a more anointed processions. But I don't think you actually need them for the deck, honestly. I didn't want to see another land there. Of course, we're going up against a mono red. That is very typical on the ranked ladder right now. Ah! Kenra. Oh, that's Scrounger. I assume they're not going to attack. Swamp. Not a swamp. Still is a card, though. I mean, this can't attack. Or can't block, sorry. Yeah, sure. I'll attack. Now this is potentially bad in that my opponent can easily play something like an On-Crop Crasher, use the deck hand to kill the Saproling, crash my Sapherd, get in for 6, but that's early enough that I don't mind that specific line of play. The opponent also does not have a swamp, so this currently cannot get itself back. Okay, they do have black mana now, but they can't crash. They can still Kenra and do essentially the same thing. Another Scrounger, sure. I definitely want to start getting black mana so I can use Slimefoot. Slimefoot will really be what makes this game winnable. That and I need to find a. I'm surprised by that attack. I'm very surprised by that attack. So I can block the 3-2 pretty easily here, but it's early enough in the game that I actually think I just take the good trade and take 3. Like, my life is a resource, and against red, obviously, it's a resource that will dwindle fast. That's like exactly what I wanted to not see. Oh, man, that's incredibly unfortunate. Because now I'm gonna get chain whirled, right? Like. And I'm not going to attack with this, but I'm attacking with these because I just have to assume that they're going to die, right? Like, the standard meta right now is like 30% mid-range, 30% control, and then like 40% chain whirler. Not even like aggro. It's just like chain whirler. Alright, Phoenix, sure. Unfortunately, we don't have a fantastic answer for that. Do I want to block both of these? Let's see. If I top deck a Tendershoot Dryad, then my guys will get larger on their turn. Yeah, I'll block both of these. If nothing else, it slows them down. Just because they are limited not only on black mana, but on cards in there. Okay, so that's actually fantastic. That is one of the best things I could have seen. Now, even if they chain roller, I do get something out of it. And at the end of the turn, I'm going to create a Saproling. I will start taking 4, but I'm very glad that I blocked these, because taking 4 damage a couple times isn't going to be as detrimental. Obviously, we're looking for a seal away or cast out. An argument could be made to play something like Vraska's Contempt, but then you're making this deck a little bit more mid-range, and in doing so, you kind of undermine the fact that your creatures are very small, and you want to overwhelm your opponent very quickly. Yeah, if the tokens were a little bit larger, I would say going that slightly more mid-range game style with higher end removal that's better would work. But Saprolings are just so small. You know what? I have 2 mimics. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plop some mimics in here for the second game. Hazoret is not terrible here because they don't have men to activate it. 2 cards in hand, sure. So I will get hit here a little bit. Hazoret also doesn't have trample, so I can just chumpity chump. They didn't attack. That I'm interested by. I don't know if that was an accident or if they meant to not attack there. We do have a swamp. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, I mean, we have 11 mana, so we unfortunately can... Oh, no, Slimefoot can tap by himself. So we should have 12 mana, so we should be able to make 3 tokens at end step. Sure. That's fine. I will end up losing one of the tokens I make. Because I need to block Hazoret. And I do wonder... Okay, sure. That's fine, because they can't cast it this turn. Oh, it comes with the battlefield. Never mind. Man, this card's good. I'm thinking about making just like a mono-black... Maybe mono-black or green-black, just like annoying deck to deal with. Interesting. That's fine. I'm curious why they... I guess they just want to be able to block as much as possible. Create a Saproling. And I would like to create a Saproling. And I should still be able to do it again. Wait. Okay, apparently it wasn't. That's fine. All my guys are large. Sisay is going to be swole AF as well. I can make another Saproling. All of my guys have Indestructible and Vigilance and Trample, so I will attack all out here. Essentially, I just need to kill them before they kill me with the flyer, because I'm able to block really easy. Yeah, I mean, that's fine, because this is indestructible, so. Oh. Yeah, I mean, they now can't kill any of my Saprolings. Saproling, yeah. Sure. I guess that kills Slimefoot here.
When people start screaming, I know I'm on track.
That seems wrong.
This'll be easy.
Because, like, the most they can take me down to here. And they even played that. That's very confusing. They can't attack me with anything but the flyer because I can block and they'll die. Cool. Cool. I'm so close to gold 3. I believe in myself. All right, we're gonna do something that I don't know how much we've done before. We're going to do a slight deck modification. Let's do this. That didn't work. Whatever, it's fine. Where is this card? Metallic Mimic. I have 2. I'm gonna throw 2 in there, right? I'm gonna throw the 2 in there, and I don't know exactly what I want to get rid of. Let's say let's throw off a Fungal Infection. Let's drop a single Slimefoot, right? So we do that. How's that look? Okay. So we only have Fungal Infection and Cast Out is removal. Do we want more removal? And if so, what is going to need to be removed, right? Like something like Song of Freyalise is something that would have to be removed. And that gets, that like, we lose Burst in order to have a little bit more confidence against the aggro decks. But you know what? I don't want to change too much at once, so I think I'm just going to go with this Metallic Mimic change. And see if that helps us at all. I think it's a good change. You know, we're making it so that our tokens don't die, really. Going up against Modified Jesus. That's all I'm going to say. They'll make our Saprolings a little less bad against ooh, this is interesting. This is an interesting keep against Shade Ruler. All right, they did mulligan. Only mulligan once. That's fine. So I think this hand is going to be Migration into Freyalise into Sporecrown at the same turn. Sure. Looks like we're probably going up against Vamps. Isolated Chapel. Sorry, it's a no for me for right now. Go ahead and do this and this. So against Vamps, this play should be really good. Maybe it might not be Vamps, but it might just be the mono white annoying deck. What the heck? I have no idea what deck this is. I'm gonna be straight up with you. That said, this should be a relatively powerful turn. Honestly, maybe I just do another Migration first, because that means I can dump my entire hand next turn, right? I'll have 7 mana. No. Wait. No. Yes, I can do math. Yeah, I think this is a better play. So this is why I didn't want to add the initial or add removal, because I would have to get rid of this level at first. Sure. Well, no blocks. That is fine. Interesting. Spore Swarm is very interesting. I think I want maximum big creatures. So I think I Spore Swarm end of turn, knowing that these two won't get the buff from this. Yes. My opponent's already on 2 cards. We're going to be in a great position next turn. This is the mono whites. I don't know if you'd call it aggro. It's definitely, it's like a mono white weenies. Interesting. They do nothing. Go ahead and swarm up. And they only have 1 mana showing, so even a seal away I'm not too worried about. But here we're gonna have a nice pop, and I can attack with all of my guys here. They have trample. Bada bing, bada boom. That's why you run Song of Freyalise. We're up to gold tier 3. Wait, right? Thank you. Heck yeah. Cool. What is this? 13 minutes? Heck yeah, let's do it. Let's do another one. Oh, I didn't actually attack with any creatures that game. That's funny. This should not happen. That should not happen. We should not get cards we already own a playset of for RCIs. That's lame. I mean, I'm sure they can make a system where it's like, if playset, skip, do another random iteration. Like, that's so feel bad. Going up against Germanius. I wonder if his name is Germain. If he likes Germans and also saying weird name modifications, or if he's talking about like a flower. Sure, I'll keep this. We're going first. This will get a swamp. This will go into Saproling Migration, into probably Sporecrown and Fungal Infection is my guess. If we have something to remove. Go ahead and get a swamp. Our opponent could be on mono red, who knows? Nope, they're on blue-black. Okay. So we're definitely hoping that they have another Tapland next turn, but my assumption is they're playing Fetid Pools. Fetid Pools are definitely one of the ones that you craft later, like that cycle. You craft, I think, after the checklands. Interesting. So he has both of those. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do this. I think I want to get Sporecrown under removal. I think I want to cast Sporecrown in under removal to try and kill my opponent as quickly as possible, as opposed to playing Sapherd this turn. This could come back to bite me, but I think I want to go for max DPS. Notably, if they end up playing a... excuse me, what? You suck. Huh. I suppose that's fine. If they end up playing a Champion of Wits, if I have Fungal Infection, then last known information, it's at 1 power, so they would draw 1 card and discard 2. Play Champion of Wits, do it. Oh, you suck. So here I'm probably going to play Sapherd and it's going to get countered. But yeah, I mean this... I'm not trying to, like, be inflammatory, because I don't think it's... This person has either been playing for as long or longer than me and just working on this deck, or they spent a lot of money on this game. And I don't begrudge this person for that. Sure, I can't do anything about that. But the way wildcards work, they don't work well with they don't work well with building multiple decks. Right now I have four decks in a rotation, and I try to craft some cards for the random decks that I put out. Wow, this guy's mana base is insane. Yeah. So essentially, if I cut my decks down to like 2, I think I'd have a fantastic. I think I would like have a single fantastic mana base for one or both of my decks, depending on how much color overlap there was, right? And this dude's mana base is utterly insane. I think Wizards needs to address that as part of the economy, right? I think the majority of the economy is good. I think the quest situation right now is good. I think your daily win rewards are good. I think that I don't play draft, so I don't know if the draft economy is good, but I think that like the singleton and the competitive constructed cost for entry in relation to rewards, I think that's good. Right now, I think the only real problems with the economy are duplicate ICRs, duplicate cards in general. Getting land flooded here is kind of bad. My opponent is still on 4, so that's bad for them. I assume they have probably like a Tezzeret or something in hand that they can't really cast. But let's see, getting and not even necessarily wildcard acquisition, but what there are certain that's an interesting decision. Sure. And yeah, I could have fungal infectioned, but I don't know if that would be correct. I don't think necessarily that wildcard acquisition is too slow. I think that we're spread too thin on what we want to use our wildcards for. If they upped acquisition, I think that would be one potential solution. If they made it so like dual lands, you got like 2 for 1 for a single rare wildcard, like that. Like a lot of people might be like, "Oh, you're just asking for stuff for free," but like decks are built off the back of dual lands, right? Like mana bases are what set this game apart from a lot of other TC and CCGs. And I think that needs to be addressed and realized. What are we doing? Really? All right, now I'm absolutely doing this. No 2 life for you, and I still get a guy. That was an interesting play. I mean, they essentially 2 for 1. I used my thing, but I was like probably never going to use that. But they essentially 2 for 1 themselves. Stowaway is pretty great here, because I will be able to start activating things at instant speed. This is getting countered. Of course it is. Sure. The little tokens that could. This guy's already at 10. From just me attacking with a bunch of 1/1s. The problem is I'm out of cards. This will pop on one guy. I'll have a 2-power guy. So Tendershoot Dryad's good though. I'll cast it first. There are arguments to be made to cast it second, but like, it's probably gonna get countered anyway. Yeah, I mean, look, he's already tapping his mana. Yeah, this is getting disallowed. Yep. Darn. It's fine. My opponent is going to be on a 5-turn clock. They only have 2 cards left, so they're close to being hellbent like I am. Anyway, if they increase rate of wildcard acquisition, that's a potential answer. If they allow us to get 2-for-1s on just dual lands, right? Like, if nothing else, let us get good value on our dual lands, because it feels bad. It really does feel bad to use a wild card on dual lands, because like that's an important part, but it's not a splashy card, right? It's not a card that you're technically wanting to make. Yeah, this is bad for us. They're down to 6, but we're getting kind of screwed on the mana. Do I take this deck's mana down even more? Yep, and they've removed our clock. Probably have counterspell up, and we're gonna top deck the lands. None of lands. Importantly, we can kick this. But it will likely get countered. This looks like a negate. No, syncopate. Nope. What is this? What the heck? Why does it have so much mana? Oh, Hulk. Yep. Darn. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to concede just yet. We're not technically totally dead just yet, but we will be soon. If they offer wildcard conversions, I think that's like the weakest of the solutions, which is hilarious because I've been championing it for a long time. The ability to upshift and downshift, well, man, that's like not even what we want here. I'll probably end up conceding if this does get countered, and it looks like it will. Nah, I'll wait at least one more turn, because Gear Hulk, we're not dead. Oh wait, if there's a second one, yeah, all right. Wait a minute, what kind of spell do you have? Oh yeah, Essence Scatter, sure. Oh well, we tried. Did I concede? What? Oh, that was weird. I legitimately was unsure whether or not I conceded. That's strange. Oh, okay then. Anyway, even if they give us wildcard modification, right? Like, it still requires us to give up wildcards, right? I have 10 commons, 8 uncommons, and 1 rare, right? I could turn these 8 uncommons. Let's say they're 4 up and 1 down, or not 1 down. So 4 up and like 3 down, right? So it's not like every wild card is worth like essentially everything. So I could get 2 rare wild cards from this. I couldn't get a mythic, right? So let's say I have 3 rares. I can now make a couple of dual lands. But what happens when I need uncommons, right? Uncommons that are often very integral pieces to decks, right? Like, let us actually look at one of my decks real quick. Let's go with Tezzeret. Why not? It's a new deck. Let's say I find out Pacification Array is very important, and I'm like, you know what? I only have 1 of these, but in testing, it turns out that this card is fantastic, and I want this up to 3. I've just gotten rid of my uncommons in order to get some dual lands, in order to get some like Drawing Catacombs for this deck. Okay, you could just say, sure, turn. So I need 2, so that would be 4 or 8 total commons, right? So then I'm like, okay, sure, turn these into 2 commons or 2 uncommons. I make those, and now I need a completely new deck. A new set has just come out, and I need the backbone, which is, you know, the commons, right? All these things, all these commons, and I just can't do it. So they would need to make wildcard acquisition generous. I think what, like 2 up, 1 down would be fine. So 2 uncommons into a rare, and if you get rid of a rare, you like The thing is, it's not even great. Maybe instead like 3 up, 2 down. It's maybe better, but you know, I'm not sure. They would obviously have to tweak this, but like something needs to change about the availability of specific cards. I think the economy in general is good. I think that the rate, like for gold acquisition and to an extent pack acquisition, is fine. I think individual specific card acquisition is a little poor. But you know, let me know what you guys think. Obviously, I'm one person who has one experience with this. I play the game every day, up to around 5 wins. So you know, I'm playing like 7 to 10 games every day. And while I am making a bunch of different decks in order to showcase them, if I weren't recording, I'd probably only be having 3 decks, probably. Zombies, Bolas, Muldrotha is my guess. But that's because I am a person who likes playing very few decks. I like having a niche and sticking with it. And in my friend group, I'm like known for that, right? Like all of the people I know love toying with new, interesting decks. And Arena is just not good for that right now. It's really hard to test and experiment with new, different decks because you're just not getting the individual card that you want. You get a bunch of faff. You get a bunch of like random garbage that you're never going to use. Obviously, if they start introducing things like Popper, if they start introducing, maybe like reintroduce, the heck is that called? Block Constructed, which would be essentially, no, I mean, you could still do it. It just wouldn't be fantastic because it's like 1-set blocks. So, but, you know, the more formats you introduce to Arena, the more demand for individual cards that may not see play in other formats increases. So that's one way to alleviate the fact that we have like garbage cards. But it really is difficult to get the individual cards we want. And I've rambled and ranted a little bit too much, but let me know what you guys think about about the deck or about the acquisition rate of individual cards or anything else with the economy. Anything else with Arena in general, I would love to know and have a conversation with you guys. If you liked the video, go ahead and tap that like button, add subscription to your mana pool, and cast a comment to the comments section down below. And until next time, all will be one.